JDT ISLAM Orphanage and Educational Institutions, the first ISO 9001-2000 certified orphanage in India. Jamiat Hill, Vellimadukunnu, Calicut. The early half of the 20th century, freedom struggle had reached its peak in Malabar. Gathering momentum from the Khilafat movement, the revolt against the British was intense in the regions of Eranadu and Valluvanadu. Following the Malabar Rebellion in 1921, many freedom fighters were arrested and detained by the British government. Of them, hundreds were deported from Tirur railway station in a goods wagon to Salem. But by the time the goods wagon had reached Salem, hundreds of them were choked to death in these closed wagons. This tragic incident, often referred to as the wagon tragedy, rendered thousands of children, women and elderly helpless. The plight of the people of Malabar was brought to the national limelight by the great freedom fighter and social reformer, Janab Muhammad Abdur Rahman Sahib. Following the initiative taken by him, Jamiat Dawa wa Tabligh Islam, a Pune-based charitable institution, volunteered to help the suffering people of Malabar. To initiate its activities, Janab Maulana Abdul Qadir Kasuri, one of the founders of JDT ISLAM, set foot on the soil of Malabar to turn its history forever. Kasuri, who hailed from a very rich family, experienced the plight of the people firsthand and thus made a strong commitment to initiate long-term plans to alleviate the sufferings of the people in this region. Thus, with an objective to uplift the downtrodden and make them honorable citizens, Janab Kasuri laid the foundation for JDT ISLAM Orphanage in Calicut. This orphanage, with the help of His Highness Samudri Raja and like-minded people, was later shifted to Vellimadukunnu, a suburb in Calicut. The initial days of this orphanage was fraught with lack of funds, water shortage, food shortage, and spread of epidemics. Luckily today, these dark days are just vague memories. Today, this institution has flourished into a renowned entity with over 22 organizations under it, spanning disciplines like health, education, and employment. The legacy of compassion started by Janab Kasuri still continues even to this day. Today, the activities of this trust are spearheaded by a dynamic committee headed by C.P. Kunj Muhammad as President and Dr. P.C. Anwar as Secretary. This orphanage not only provides decent boarding facilities to orphans from Kerala, but also to the kids from Manipur, Gujarat, Bihar, Tamil Nadu and Karnataka. The spacious and hygienic dining halls of this orphanage provide nutritious food for these kids. Apart from food, this orphanage also provides clothing, books for education, and all the basic facilities for them so that they no more feel neglected. The children are also provided ample opportunities to nurture their talents and pursue careers of their choice through almost half a dozen educational institutes that practically cover almost every discipline. It is a matter of pride that these kids get basic training from this orphanage that will help them evolve as responsible citizens and actively contribute to nation-building activities. In 1932, the first lower primary school was started under the patronage of JDT ISLAM. In 1957, this lower primary school was upgraded into a high school and later on in 1962 became an independent establishment. Today, in order to provide education at +2 levels, there is a higher secondary school, a vocational higher secondary school, and a senior secondary school under the National Open School in this campus. For the science students, there are advanced laboratory facilities and the most modern computer lab for practical training in computers. In order to offer the students a competitive edge in international markets, there are English medium schools even at the primary levels. The spacious and exhaustive library of this trust has books practically for every discipline. When it comes to quality technical training, the ITC and the Polytechnic stand a testimony to the Gandhian ideology of vocational training. We live in a world where medical education has become almost universal. In this context, the College of Pharmacy, the College of Physiotherapy, and the College of Nursing of this trust have propagated medical education to the masses. Apart from the educational institutes, there is also a hospital under this trust that focuses on philanthropic activities. Considering its commitment to quality management in the areas of education, housing, healthcare, and related activities, this trust was awarded ISO certification, the first orphanage in India to be credited with this. JDT ISLAM Orphanage and Educational Institutions, Jamiat Hill, Vellimadukunnu, Calicut.
This program is brought to you by Khan's Media City, the complete advertising and marketing company in Calicut and Dubai. Visit us at www.khansmedia.com.